It's 5 o'clock. I have to get my other timer today. It's 5 o'clock. We're here for Watch Me Work, where we talk about your work and your creative process, just like we do every week. It's the same thing. It's one of those wonderful things that we keep doing. We sending out love to the Public Theater and to HowlRound. They've been supporting us all these many years that we've been doing it. Carol, is that Carol? Hey, sending Carol some love. We used to do Watch Me Work in the lobby together of the Public Theater. Anyway, so what we do is we work together for 20 minutes like we always do, and then I take questions from you about your work and your creative process. While we don't have the time for you to present your work or read from your work or perform your fabulous choreography, we do have plenty of time to talk shop with you, talk process with you. And if you would like to talk process with the community, new work development at the Public Theater can tell you how. Yes?
Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome back to Watch Me Work and happy October. After 20 minutes of silent work session, we will start to get some questions going. In order to ask your question, please use the raise hand function that can be found in the React button at the bottom of your Zoom screen so that we can have a nice queue going. And then from there, we will call on your name to get your question.
Fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so let's go. Let's start. All right, all right. Here we are in the talking section of the session. So if you got a cue, get in the queue and we can talk about your work and your creative process.
Yes, if you have a question, please use raise hand function to let me know.
Thank you.
I have a remark about my process. Not so much a question, but there's probably a question in here.
How's
Uh,
it going, David?
Very well, thank you, SLP. I'm delighted to be back after a brief, whatever it was, hiatus. Lovely to see you. Hey, I just got the Wilma season notice, and I see the America Play is coming to Philadelphia. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, wow.
Yes. The I've been reading other scripts, and I think I may have stolen a really good idea from them. Maybe everybody knows this already, but it's really working for me. I went back to do a rewrite on an earlier script, and I realized how, even though I always think they're nice and tight and taut, it was full of language that didn't actually have to be there, and it made it sound a little stilted, and I was looking for something more natural sounding, and so I tried something that has working really well for me. I took out all the punctuation, including capital letters at the beginning of words and periods at the end, and I spaced the dialogue out in phrases, just phrases that seemed like they were natural beats. And it's amazing how much the language can say this is a question without using a question mark. And it gives the actor, I hope, more flexibility in how to intonate. So you don't have to hear the question mark. You say, you think that's a good idea? Doesn't have to sound like a question. That sort of thing. It's really wonderful. And now I'm taking out more and more language and creating a cleaner dialogue. I don't know if that works for everything, but I'm excited about it.
That sounds very exciting, bro. That sounds like a lot of fun. When do you, are you sharing it with actors right now or?
Yeah, later on tonight, we're going to
Fantastic.
do like 20 pages or so in a cold read and see if they can actually figure out how to say the lines without any guidance. It looks like poetry, but it reads like dialogue to me. So far, we'll see.
That's gonna be fun. Well,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear about it. I hope it goes well.
I do too. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Kimmy. Please unmute and ask your question.
Hi, Zoe. I just wanted to publicly congratulate you on your show at the public. I'm so excited and happy for you. When I got that email, my heart just swelled, and I wish I had your number because I wanted to just call you up and say congratulations. I'm so, so proud, and I love you so much.
Thank you so much, Kimmy. That really means a lot to me.
Good. Okay, that was it.
Thank you. Hi, Lou. Please ask your question.
Hi. Great to see you, SLP. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, yes,
Oh, you can hear me okay.
yes. Where in the world
Oh
are you? You're not
no,
in Japan again, are you? Are you in Japan?
we're stuck.
Uh-oh, we're stuck. Am I frozen? I'm not frozen. You're not frozen.
I think Lou is frozen.
Yeah. There
Oh,
she
she's
is.
back.
She's back. Yeah, there she.
Sorry.
Hi.
Okay, sorry. Hi.
You're not in Japan, are you?
My
Are you?
it No, I'm at home. It says I'm unstable, which is actually real question. So hopefully it will all work out. Okay. Hope I don't want to be just letting you know that completed manuscript for my book. That's what I'm here to tell you. And
I'm excited, but I don't think I heard you fully.
oh,
So
I'm having
say it.
unstable stuff.
Could you say it?
Okay, I'm gonna walk inside because yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
walk
be on the move.
inside.
Let's see if I can get better reception.
This is better. This is better
Um,
already.
okay, great. Sorry, I was just outside on my porch. I wanted to tell you that as of today, my editor is done editing my book
Oh, wow.
and it is moving on to being in the production pipeline to be published next summer.
so proud of you. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. You really did the work, didn't you? You got through. Yeah.
I actually completed this project and I did it with this space and everyone here and just on and on. SLP, everyone here, public, HowlRound, on and on. I completed it. I did it, and I'm proud of the work.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations. Are you going to have a book party or?
I hope so. I hope so next when it comes out. There's still much to do and all of the rest, but that's the case. And I did have a question because I wanted to ask this question, I guess, I'm already starting to think of the next thing.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
And my question is, when is the right time to do that? And yeah, I'm just sort of sitting with that. Like I'm like, am I just afraid to lose the momentum that I have, or is this like, should I just be inspired by the muses, or I don't know. So my question's a little like transition, or maybe it's about transition and like making the move from being deeply in something and then letting it go. It's kind of a
Yeah,
crazy place to be right now.
like the rules of dating or, are not the same as the rules of creative arts, or creativity, or childbearing or whatever. I mean, I would say if you just had a baby, maybe give yourself a little pause, or if you just broke up with your person, give yourself a little minute. But I think that the muses are on a different time schedule, and I think if you're musing, if you're amused by, if you're delighted by the notion of what's next, I think it sounds like it feels right, right?
Yeah, I mean, even in the 20 minutes, I was sketching on something that's been on my mind for a little while. So I think
That
if my muses are musing, but I literally turned in, it's been not even been like it's not even been but a couple days. And today my editor literally wrote, I'm done in the document. Was her language? Like it's moving, it's off my plate.
that's fantastic. That
Thank
is
you.
fantastic. Wow. Wow, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's something else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is something else. It's a new way of being. I mean, it's a new way of being right now. So
Yeah.
definitely celebrate yourself. I mean, don't, celebrate yourself. Don't go into the next project as a way to avoid the party that I hope you're having.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're just hanging around the house,
Yeah, getting my vaccines and things, like doing all the stuff that needs to get done, that's
Okay.
been put on the back
Oh,
burner. But
yeah.
yeah, it's a new way of being. I think I'm going to be paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's definitely different than I thought it would feel.
Huh. How so?
Um, it feels a little scarier than I thought.
Hmm.
Like I found a lot of courage like during this year, and now that it's done, it's a little like, oh, did I hit every note, or did I
Mm-hmm.
those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, it also feels different because um, now I'm a person that completed the thing. So I can't be the person that didn't complete it anymore. I'm trying to figure out what that means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somehow easier to maybe easier. I don't know. It like I just noticed that like it's my story is changing. My story has literally changed like overnight.
Right.
I used to be a person who didn't do this thing and dreamed of doing this thing and had trouble doing the thing and then actually did the thing. I mean, it's not out in the world yet, obviously, and all that. But I think a lot, I don't want to take up so much time, but I think a lot about what I've learned here at SLP in terms of like, what do I even want from the book? My hope is it reaches people and it resonates and it means something to someone, sure. But I really am like struck by what I've acquired here and picked up here about like, actually, now that I did it, and maybe that's why I'm feeling free to think of the next thing, because I'm like, that is actually the act by which I am evaluating my success, is that I actually did it. And it feels like that's the only thing that in the end was going to matter about this. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Been working really hard, and it's very exciting, and it gives all of us like that good energy and that like can do energy, you know, and that positive like we can get up whatever hill that we're running up right now, you know. 'Cause
Thank you.
the courage is contagious.
Yeah, I want to share that, not for my ego really, but I want to put it back because yeah, I picked it up from here and that's where I took it from, you know. It's like, so I want to put it back.
Uh-huh.
Um,
uh-huh.
but there's like a cover, you know what I mean? Like it's happening.
There's like a cover. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. I think yeah, very proud of you.
Thank you so much, SLP. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Lou. Hi, Lauren. Please unmute and ask your question.
So, hi, everybody. I wanted to ask about the role of inspiration in the process because I undervalued it. And today, I was thinking about this character that I have in my opus that I call it. I've been working on it for a long time, and it's finally really starting to come together. And it's a character that's an apparition, for lack of a better way to put it, like Clarence. And it's a wonderful one, okay? If that's like the closest analogy. It's not Clarence, but so I kept thinking, and it wasn't working, but it's been part of this vision since I had the vision, which was a long time, many years ago. And I'm like, I'm not giving up on it. I'm just not. It's part of this vision. So and today I thought, okay, what if I let things just inspire me, things that I've seen, things that I've heard, and say about this character. And you know, it worked.
Huh.
I'm taking a slightly different tact with it, and I think it's gonna work finally.
That's
She's
very-
not just this pontificator, which is, you know, dead on stage. You can't do that. You
Right.
can, but nobody's gonna pay to see it
Mhm.
at all. So, you know, it's part of the action. It has to be part of the action.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I think two things, Lauren. Well, three things. One, congratulations, amazing. Oh, four things maybe. Two, great for holding on to something that you just know is part of the work, even though you can't
Mhm.
quite figure out how it becomes part of the work. The third thing, you drew inspiration from Clarence, like in It's a Wonderful Life. Is that what you said?
exactly.
Yeah, and the thing, great. The thing about Clarence is that they have stakes. There's something at stake for Clarence, if I remember the story correctly. You know what I mean? They're not
Exactly.
he's not just in the story to like, you know, do shit. Yeah, David's like flapping his wings. Yeah, he wants to get his wings, right? Or something
Right,
like that.
exactly.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Right. So there's something at stake, and that's great. You know, it does
Yeah.
help tremendously if characters have something at stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a solitary art. So you know, in terms of writing, you know, you're sitting there usually by, you know, it's somewhat solitary when you're actually writing it. Then it becomes more collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
But the inspiration is kind of your companion, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
in a way, it's sitting there with you, like, okay. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Very cool. Gorgeous. Who's next?
Hi, Nimisha. Please unmute and ask your question.
Hey, Namisha.
Hi, friends. I actually can't believe I'm doing this. This is my first time on this. I'm a bit nervous. Thank you so much. My question's already sort of been partly answered because of the exchange that we just had. So thank you, friends, for talking about Susan, for reminding me about stakes and also where to be inspired. So I'm currently working. I'm in a room with a big echo. Can you hear me properly?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm working on an adaptation of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I want it to be I think I might set it in the 80s so that people don't have their phones to answer every question. And if they really get lost, they don't have GPS to find their way home. But when I was in Midsummer Night's Dream as a kid in high school, and I remember reading the lines about Oberon wanting the child from India. And there's just a few lines here and there about sort of India in the margins of this play. And so I think it's like kids. What is my question? I think my question is like just trying to find my way through and not trying to get everything right in these early tender shoots days of writing a play. Right. And I do have a deadline for it, but I also want to be mindful of the fact that I'm very early in the process. And I just would like to hear, what do you do when you have started a play and you're working through it, and it is a baby, but it's kind of an ugly baby. You don't want to say it out loud, but it's like you just want to, but you still love it. And I just want to hear thoughts about like, I'm feeling do I use the actual Shakespeare language? Is this an adaptation that is, just of the form like Fat Ham? But there's something that it always calls me to Midsummer Night's Dream, and I just want to hear how to stay with the kernel that inspired me in the first place, not feel allegiance to the original text, and still have the freedom and inspiration to keep going in the process. So I'm a bit, I don't know, that's all I don't know that there's a question in there, but I would just like to hear from people who've done it more than I have.
Yeah, I mean, it's how to keep going, and a couple of things, Nimisha. You said that Oberon wants a baby from India. If you could imagine that baby that he wants, would he be imagining having an quote ugly baby, as you call your current script?
No, he wants the it's Titania's one of her best friends has died, and the baby is hers, and she has promised to take care of the baby. She has a promise to take care of the baby, and Oberon wants him just as a page boy. But what you just said sparked the idea that Summer's been entrusted to take care of this baby.
So why do you call your baby ugly?
I don't anymore. I take it back.
You can.
I get what I'm hearing myself saying is like I really get that it's in the tender shoots phase, and maybe this is the part of the process where you suspend judgment.
I would say yes, it always suspend judgment. If we can, we suspend judgment. I mean, I love how you're calling it tender shoots. Tender shoots require tenderness, not just on the part of the shoots. The shoots are tender, we're tender. The tender needs to be tender, the tenderer, the gardener. Right? You need to be they need gentle. You need to be so gentle and so kind and so loving, and sometimes, I mean, I know the world these days does not encourage those things. You need to, as we say on the corner, you need to pour some love on it, sister. Pour some love on it. Pour so much love on it every day you show up at your desk or wherever you write, right? Just whatever love, the kind of love you would give I don't know if you like cats or puppies, or you don't like cats. I mean, not everybody does. Just, a good friend, who's in need of a hug. Whatever you sort of easily give love to. That's the kind of love you need to give to yourself. Whoops. Oh, did I say yourself? I meant your work. No, I meant yourself. Yourself. That's the kind of love you need to give to you as you take your steps, your baby steps. And if we think our work is ugly or not great, you know, it's because we're expecting it to be something else. We're expecting it to be further along than it is, or better, or already done. And, you know, I would, if you're setting it, just a little question, if you're setting it in the 80s, I would say, choose language that is appropriate to the 80s, right? And not, you know, language that people spoke in the whatever 1600s, right? I mean, so that sounds like fun, but just think of the things about the story you enjoy. You know, you said you had a deadline. Great.
Yes.
Great. When's your deadline?
So there's a reading the week of December 12th, so it's sort of fast, but I lost my job, so then I had to take a job that takes up a lot more time. So there are the practical considerations of being an artist and also having to pay one's bills.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
we all have bills. I mean, unless we don't have bills. But yeah, but I mean, you can also, I would say, be mindful of the way that you talk to yourself about yourself.
Mm.
So, you know, you lost your job, you got a new job. How wonderful that you got a new job. You will find the time to write your play. If you write the December the 12th, you got to get the script to them by what? December the 1st?
No, I probably right after Thanksgiving. It's a little bit wishy-washy, thank goodness.
Okay, but you have to get the script to them by December the 27th. I mean, I'm sorry, November the 27th, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Great. So you got how many days is that?
Well, all
More than
25,
there you go.
50.
Great. If you show up for your writing an hour a day, just an hour, or maybe an hour in the morning, maybe, and an hour when you come home from work, maybe. I don't know, instead of watching your favorite television show or doom scrolling or all the things that we do, you know, those little pockets of time, an hour a day, an hour and a half a day, 2 hours a day, you can get your play done on time. It's an adaptation, which means, quite honestly, I've done a lot of adaptations. Somebody's done the heavy lifting already. Is done. You know what I mean? So you've got, I mean, Midsummer is a beautiful play. So I would just say monitor what you're saying to yourself. You know, start speaking to yourself as if you were your best friend, because you are. Right? Your inner conversation is the most important conversation that you'll ever have. And it's the longest conversation that you'll ever have. The way we talk to ourselves is so important, right? So tell yourself, I'm going to find a way to write this. I know what I'm doing. I'm making the right choices. Tinder shoots. I can give love to my first draft, right? And I'm going to make it. I mean, Lou made it.
Yeah,
know,
it's
right?
funny.
Right?
Getting on this call, I didn't know that everyone is saying it's almost like everyone is saying exactly what I needed to hear, and it's just a random collection of people. But thank you so much, everyone. And
it's a random collection of people.
happy collection. Was that rude? I'm sorry.
No. I think it's perfect. And we're a random collection of pieces of dust floating around a random planet. Yeah. And yet when we start to listen and ask for what we need, it's interesting how things begin to line up, you know. We meet here most Mondays, you know, at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we invite you to come back and check in with us lots. And when you reach your finish line, which you will after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving, slightly before, we'll applaud you.
Oh my God, that means so much.
Of course, maybe start calling it a finish line instead of a deadline.
I love that.
Neurolinguistic programming, right? A finish line. Yay! Arms raised in victory.
Thank
I
you,
love that.
Nimisha.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Michael. Please unmute and ask your question.
Hey, Michael.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Question is that, well, it's sort of two questions, if that's okay. The question is that when you are writing a play and like you've looked at, say, some books or on writing a play, do you always follow the rules or do you just go by your instinct?
What's the second question?
The second question
Yeah.
is that trying to write a one-man play,
Mm-hmm.
and I suppose, I mean, maybe this relates to sort of the first question, like just in terms of following rules, whether I should always be taking people along in the first person.
Like specifically, like I like is the play
Yeah,
for you writing it for yourself, right? I mean, am I guessing?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would, so I would. I mean, this is just me, always it's just ever. But I would suggest um following the rules until they just don't feel right, and then depart from them. But the
Sure.
rules, the rules are rules aren't bad, and most people writing books about playwriting or screenwriting or whatever have a lot of really interesting things to say. You know,
Mm,
other books about playwriting or screenwriting are actual plays and screenplays and films, right? So those are
yeah.
also like manuals of how to do it. If you go to watch a one-person show, or if you read a one-person show, or you read a play or whatever, that's a manual of how it might be done. There's nothing wrong with, at least in the first draft, of following the rules, see what happens.
Mm.
Um, that unless they feel really like, oh my God, this is something I just should not be doing, then don't do it.
No,
But
I've
don't
tried.
go ahead, bro.
Oh, sorry. I've tried to do like some of the stuff what you said, as in terms of I've read or am reading one one man, one woman shows,
Great,
Random, Seawall,
great.
and,
Oh,
and other stuff, to
mm-hmm,
sort of like, yeah, how they did it and
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
what
mm-hmm,
sort of works, and
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Also, right to the end. Just be okay about writing a first draft or a second draft that's not like perfect. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Just
yeah,
just
yeah, totally.
just go for it, and know that you're gonna make it better. The rewrite, you're gonna make it better. So if you adhere to 4 rules and depart from one or whatever, don't worry about it. Just get to the end. Get out, just write down what it is that you want to communicate with the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah, and keep, I would say, most important, like, keep a writing schedule. Make sure you're writing every day, even if it's not fun, get the stuff down on the paper and then you can make it better.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no, totally.
cool. Cool, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, Chin
Yeah.
here.
Hey, Forrest.
Sorry,
Bro.
that was my best.
No worries. Chinyere is fine, or CJ.
Chinyere.
Either one works.
Yes.
Right.
Please ask your question.
Hey, bro.
Hello. First off, thank you so much for holding this.
Oh, sure.
I was recently accepted into a writing festival here in Boston, Massachusetts, in November for November reading, where they want me to present a complete play, no matter how long it is, and some musical theater portion. And I'm currently debating between focusing on 2 projects. One that I perhaps care about a little more, but seems infeasible to present beyond the festival. It's like this weird length where it's like 45 or 50 minutes. It's not long enough to be like a full-length evening of theater, at least in the US, but it's not short enough to be like a tack on at the end of something else. The other project is perhaps slightly less interesting. Still interesting, but ever slightly less interesting at this point in time, but could theoretically work as like a shorter but full-length work of theater on its own later on. I guess the eventual goal is to combine both of them into like a somewhat longer work of theater. But for the purposes of this festival, I've been trying to figure out which one to focus on. And so I guess the broad question is, when you have two ideas you're wrestling with, how do you pick? And in this case, how would you negotiate this particular question?
Right. I mean, I picked the one I'm more interested in. I picked the one I love more. I mean, not love more, you love all your projects equally, or I try to, but you said one is really interesting, but you can't see it having a life outside of the festival. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there did not seem to be a market for the 45 or 50-minute play in the US. In London, Carol Churchill can do whatever she wants, but in the US, it feels less
Not really.
less
But yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, brother, I would go with the one that you really feel passionate about, because you feel passionate about it. You said you wanted to link them eventually, you know, it's gonna show maybe your best work, and that's what you want to do. You want to put your best foot forward. That's what I would do. But then if you get to the deadline when you're about to send one or the other and you want to, you can't go wrong. It's a win-win. It's a win-win because you've already been accepted. You have two works that you're proud of, you know. Chinyeri's choice. Come on.
All right then. Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you, Chinyere. Heather, please unmute and ask your question.
Hey, Heather, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Thanks for your advice last week. So, as I was saying last week, I'm working on an adaptation. It's a big play, and it's going to stay big because it's going to be used in high schools, and we need all the characters, so it's great.
Cool.
And so I actually finished the first draft. I think I was, I was rounding the end of Act 2, and I did pick up the pace, and I did finish my first draft. So today I started on the second draft. And I just have a question of, I mean, obviously some people do infinite drafts. But what do you think in a long play would be a good goal for a second draft? Because obviously there's a lot to do.
Yes. Well, so have you read it aloud yet to yourself?
Yes, I have.
Great.
Yes.
Great. And you circled or marked all the places that seem like wah, or wah. Have you kind of?
Yes, I've either done it on, at the point at which I'm there, or I've highlighted the section that doesn't feel great.
Great. I would suggest going through the whole thing and making the changes that you want to make. And give yourself a finish line that's feasible, and go through it and make the changes you want to make. You again, I think weren't you talking before about like the small details?
Yeah.
I maybe not the small details, make the big changes. Keep it, make the big like, oh, this scene needs to go here, or that character's arc isn't quite right. Those are sort of big changes. Or the ending, doesn't land like I want it to. The beginning is brilliant, the ending is less brilliant. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Those kinds of big changes, make the big changes. Okay. The smaller changes, I would save till the next round.
Okay.
Those
Right. So like
really
architecture.
Look, oh my God, I need another room. Build yourself another room. You know what I mean? Or I need these two rooms. These characters are saying the same things. They should be one character.
Right.
Those kinds of big questions. I'm just making the stuff up, but take care of the big stuff. Go all the way through and take care of the big stuff. Okay. And then see what you're feeling like. And then if you want to get into the small little things, great. But like David was doing, taking out commas and periods and no. Don't do that. I would suggest save that for later.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. Congratulations on finishing the draft, BTW. That's fantastic. Look at all these people. Look at all the work we're getting done. Oh my goodness. I'm amazed. When are we back? I know we're, oh, David, yes. Did you raise your hand or was I hallucinating?
I think that's what I'm supposed to do, is physically raise my hand.
Oh,
No, actually, there's the raise hand function and the react button in the bottom column of your
I have
Zoom
not been
screen.
able to find it. I have not been able to find it all day. I'm trying.
You're
They
doing
all-
great, David. I've seen
Uh-oh.
you be
Oh, there it
successful
is.
multiple times. See, I believed in you. I believed in you all along.
I found it. Okay, thank you.
brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. I just
Yeah,
want to
bro.
thank I just want to thank Heather for the word architecture, which she tossed in there like it was part of some grand scheme of how to write plays. So I assume it's like the difference between architecture and decorating. Is that the I just love that idea. What should we do? Maybe even foundation work before architecture and then finally decorating and eventually housekeeping. It's just really like that spectrum of how much change are we going to do this draft. So thank you.
Thank you for thanking Heather. What a beautiful group this is. Zoe, when are we going to be back? I know next
We
week.
are gonna be back on November 10th.
Wow.
Wow.
That sounds like we're going to have Halloween.
We have Indigenous Peoples Day.
People's Day.
We're gonna start fall.
We're gonna
There's so
start
much
fall.
to do.
There's so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will be back on November the 10th.
Yep.
11/10. Fantastic. Well, we will be thinking of you. We will be thinking of each other. Beautiful people. We love you. We'll see you on the 10th.
See you next time.
Thank you. 10th of November.
Bye. Thank you. How was it?